Hey everyone, welcome back to our n8n series. In the previous video, we completed the beginner course. Now we are moving to advanced course. So in today's video, we are diving into one of the most exciting and powerful part of n8n, that is complex data flows. Up until now, we have been working simple linear workflows where data moves from one node to next, but in real world automation, data isn't always that much simple. Sometimes we need to split, merge, or loop through items from multiple paths, and that's exactly what we are going to learn today. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand how data flows through nodes and how execution order works, how to handle multiple items using the loop over items node, and how to bring everything back together using the merge node. So let's write in and start exploring how complex workflows in n8n come to life. So first of all, we will going to start the concept of node execution order. So in and every node performs a small part of our automation. For example, one node might fetch data from Google Sheets, another might filter it, and another might send it to Slack. When we execute a node, we are basically telling n8n run this node now and show me what it does. They'll help us test individual parts of the workflow instead of running everything at once. It's like checking each piece of puzzle before putting it all together. So, and also what happens sometimes we receive data in bulk like 10 customers. If you want to process each record separately, maybe send each one on email or check their account balance individually. So that's where splitting data comes in. It allows to break the big batch into small items, so an attacker can look through each item and perform the same action for all. After splitting our data, we use the loop over item mode node to process each item step by step. Think of it like saying you have five customer entries. The loop over items node will run the next set of node five times, one for each customer. This is how we create a smart automated loops in n8n without writing any code. So after splitting and looping data, we often need to combine outputs from two branches. For example, one branch might fetch customer details and another might fetch their order data. So the merged data help us bring both together into a single data set. It offers three nodes. First is append, which simply stacks items from both inputs. Second is combine, which pairs items side by side like columns in a table, and choose, which lets you pick which inputs data to keep. So this level of flexibility make the merge node perfect for integrating data from multiple paths in your workflow. Here you can see the example one SS, that is screenshot I'm showing you of how the parameters of merge node actually look, and here we can see the mode. So in we get three options like choose, combine, and append. So we can choose based on our criteria, and we can perform the complex data flow very efficiently. So now we are going to see a live demo that how to and we will see some sort of workflows of nodes that are actually how it done using some of these complex nodes. So let's turn it on screen, and where we're going to see how this actually work in a practical way. We're going to see the live demo for it as we discussed earlier. Here we are going to add our first node, that is manual trigger. Now we will search for a set. Here we will add the fields name, student name, add field. Again we will add like course, let's say n8n. There is. Now we will move back. Here we are going to add our another node called function node. We will select JavaScript here. Instead of that, we will just type return items. Now Here we see that it will going to execute the step by step the node either from right to left or top to bottom. So it just work in a way. Here we can see our output. So this was the example for mm, node execution order that each and every node work in a sequence. And now we are going to see example of splitting data. For that, we will going to add trigger. Now we will add again set node. Here name student name version add field marks 89. Now here I will add loop over items, that is split in batches. I will select the batch size 1 or even 2. Let's say 1. Now I will execute it, and here it's showing me the output. So this was the example of l- splitting data, that here they split the data like done branch, but here it all already in loop. So here they are not showing the answer. Instead, they are showing here with a separate column called loop branch, because it is for one way, and here it is for the loop that is done repeatedly. So this was the examples of how complex data flow work. Uh, it for and that's it for today's session on complex data flows in n8n. We started by learning how nodes execute individually, then explore how to split data into smaller parts, then we process them one by one using loops, and finally merging everything back together with the merge node. These are the core techniques that allow you to handle real world dynamic data in n8n, whether it's hundreds of records, multiple APIs, or different data streams. In the next video, we'll take these concepts further with some other topics that I will discuss you in the next video. Till then, you stay safe, stay healthy. If you found this helpful, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming lessons in the N8 Advanced series. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our N8 Automation series. So today we are going to step into something even more powerful, that is advanced technical nodes in n8n. These nodes give us the flexibility to perform complex operations like running the code, managing loops, transforming data dynamically, and connecting workflows together. So let's dive in and explore these advanced tools step by step, with clear explanations and easy examples so you can try out right away. So first of all, we will see what is function node. So it is the most powerful tool in n8n. It allows you to write JavaScript directly inside the workflow. For example, if you receive a list of usernames and want them all in uppercase, so you can use this short script. The function node gives you total control over data logic and custom formatting, just like a mini code editor inside your workflow. And also, we have already discussed this function node a lot of time in our previous videos. So again, I will, just for your kind information, I will again explain this. That how it works. Otherwise, it's very easy. The more deeper you will go, the more advanced knowledge you will get about each and every node. For today, I will explain you what how the function node exactly work. So just keep watch till the end. Then we will going to see the next node, that is function item node. So it is also the one of the most important, and also this is the smaller version of uh, function node that we previously discussed, and instead of dealing with the entire list, process one item at a time. For example, you can ensure all emails are lowercase before sending them to a database. It's simple, clean, and prevents mistake during data transformation. Basically, I would like to say that function item node is basically more uh, convenient than function node when it comes to done the task very efficiently, as there is each input is equal to one output format, that wherever your one input is correctly regarded as the output, then it will take the next process. Otherwise they will still going to stuck into that particular thing, and you have to deal with the error in order to move to the next one. So that's why a lot of programmers who are creating an n8n workflow basically prefer the function item node, and that is already we have discussed a lot of time. Maybe we have used a different name, as n8n shows a different name for it. So we will again going to I'm going to show you. Now we will going to see the code node. The code node is like an upgraded version of the function node. The function item node was the smaller version, and this is the upgraded, that is the modified version of uh, that is the what function node. And it supports unsynchronized operations, meaning you can call external APIs, wait for response, and then return data all inside one node. This makes it the ideal for integrating custom APIs or advanced automation logic. Now we are going to see the execute workflow node, that is also known as modular automation. And finally, it helps to if it helps us to break the complex automation into smaller and reusable parts. Also, for example, if you imagine that you have a data cleanup process in you use in multiple projects, instead of copying it, you can call it directly using this node. This modular design keeps your n8n space neat and very scalable. And we are going to now see a live demo for it. So let's move to the screen. Here, first of all, I will add a trigger node. Then here I will add the set. And basically this is the function item node that already we discussed here. Now I'm pretty sure that you already have been familiar with this node, that here you can add a lot of different number of uh, values. Again, I will click on add field. Let's say here last name, and here I will type root. Uh, let's say here I will type. Here I will change for number. Here I will type um, Joe root, and basically it's a cricketer. So here I will take the number of matches he has played. Let's say 256 matches in international cricket. Again, I will add mm, international runs he had created, that is also in number form, and he has scored, let's say, more than 20,000 runs. So let's say 20,677 runs, and let's execute it. So here you can see the name is Joe Root, a cricketer from England, and here he had scored 20,677 runs, and also he had played 256 international match for this country. So this is the way you can simply write. Here you can see output in different forms. Here it shows in a simple that is the variable form, here tabular form, and here the curly braces, that is the code form, JSON form. So here this was the function item node, and also we have already discussed the function node. As we have already used the code, and here I will type code. So here we can see our code run successfully. Let's see the execution part. So here it's showing basically the number of matches, the message, the player undefined as code, undefined runs into 56. So basically here they didn't has taken the average runs per match and also the player name, but they has taken the matches. So basically, the more you will dive into it more deeper, then you will get to know about how it works. So this was the function and function node. And that wraps up our session on advanced technical nodes in n8n. We explored function, function item, code, and execute workflow nodes, each giving us a new level of control and customization. If you found this helpful, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to try these nodes on your own n8n workspace. So really see their magic in action. So see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the n8n Advanced series. In the last video, we explored advanced technical nodes and development techniques in n8n. So now, in that video, we discuss how to perform complex operations and manage data flows efficiently. Now, in this video, we are going to dive deeper into two essential topics of n8n, and that is pinning data and editing output. These are super helpful when you are building or testing complex workflows, as they will let you work faster without constantly rerunning the whole process. So let's get started and make your workflow testing more efficient. So first of all, we'll see what is pinning data. So pinning data is like freezing a snapshot of a node's output. So as we know that sometimes we just freeze or we say statue or something. So it is just like that. So here you can sometimes uh, even sometimes you can pin the output so that you can reuse it without rewriting the whole code. And sometimes you can even specific you can pin the specific code so that you can reuse it whenever it is necessary, without avoiding the hustles. And here, for example, imagine you have a fetch data from an API and you are just testing how it flows to the next node. So, what instead of calling the API again and each time, you can pin the data to reuse it. This feature helps developers save time and also avoid unnecessary API calls, especially when dealing with rate limited services or large data sets. So it's very useful when you are mapping fields or performing transformation on static sample data. And now we will see how to pin data practically. So first execute any node, for example, a function node or a set node. You will see the output data below. Then now what you have to do, you have to click on the pin data icon at the top of that section. We will as we already have seen that section a lot of times. We were When I was explaining you the live demo for the previous videos and also in the beginner series, we have already witnessed that particular thing called pin data. But sometime what as we already were highlighting the major other parts, so we were not focused on, maybe you have not focused on the pin data. But we will see in the later on that what actually pin data is and how to do it, and how it will going to help the programmer for n8n workflow, for creating n8n workflow. Then what you have to do, the data will then you have to click the pin data icon, as I said, at the top of that action. Then the data will highlight in orange or any other color, which means it's now pinned. Maybe that will be orange for sure. And if you know execute the nodes, n8n will reuse this pin data without returning the source code. So to go back to the live data, so if we don't want to pin the code particular section of the workflow anymore, then we can simply unpin the data also. So and then we can rerun the whole code. This gives you complete control over test during workflow building. Now we will see the benefits of pinning data. So the benefits of pinning data are very huge, especially when creating or building complex workflows. First of all, it speeds up the development, prevents error from frequent API calls, and make testing downstream logic smoother. For instance, if you are using a function node to format data, you don't want to be refetch the inputs every time again and again. So simply instead of it, you can pin it once and keep testing your logic until it's perfect. So that was the case. Now we will see another important tool, that is the editing output data. Sometimes you need to simulate a specific data structure without running a real API. So at that time, you can use this editing output data. In such cases, you can manually edit the node output. Just click on the output section, choose edit data, and modify the JSON. You can change values, add or remove fields, or test how your workflow reacts to missing data. This helps you prepare for real world variations and edge cases, and also without needing to reconfigure the entire workflow. Now, before we wrap up, a few best practice, that is always unpin data before you save or deploy the workflow. Pin data is only for testing, so you have to make sure that whenever you have pinned data, you have to unpin before saving it, or whenever your work is complete, or you have to close your annotate section. Just so in that case, you have to unpin your data. So use the pin. That is the best. I will say the note in double quotation that use the pin thing on pin the data only when you are testing it. So it's only working. You have to work it only for that purpose. Otherwise, you just have to keep it as it is. Then use pinning and editing together when debugging data transformation or dynamic fields. For instance, before sending live data to an API, pin and edit test data to make sure your mapping work perfectly. This combo make your workflow development more predictable and reliable. So this was the best practices and some of the cases for the utilization of editing output data. Now we will see a live demo for it. So for that, we will move to the screen. Now here, in order to see the pin data, we will simply add the trigger menu, manual trigger, then a set node. Here I will add a field called student name. Its value, that is, let's say, will. I will again add a field called last name. The buyers. Now I will execute it. So it executed successfully. Now we can see here is the option called pin data. So here already they have given us a node, that is node will always output current data instead of executing. Doesn't apply to production execution. For more info, you can simply click here and you can uh, see its whole documentation. And even in case if you want to chat with the dogs. So that is the AI. You can see what is data uh, pinning, and here data editing also. So here you can simply see the steps, and here I will show you by pinning it. So here my code is pinned, and as I said, the button or the tab will become orange. So here you can see that. So now here it's already pinned. So if I uh, perform several things here, then it will remain pinned. Like I change. See here it's saying that unpin and test. That actually that exactly what I discussed earlier. That if you want to test the data, then you have to simply unpin it. So here I will unpin it. See, so here student name changed as Jonathan. Last name is same buyers, and here just okay here yes, that was the mistouch. Now here we can see. Now again, if I pin this, then it will become pin. So again, if I have to add it, so we have to unpin it like this, and then again I can change my thing from choice execute. See, it works. And now here we will see edit data. It's simply nothing but just how to edit your JSON file and JSON code. Even here you can also read the points. Uh, Here they already discussed that you can simply click on the edit option, so you can simply change your workflow execution and also the past execution with the new one. Uh, let's see that. Here, as we have already changed this name for 3 times from Will to Jonathan to Joyce, that is also the editing of data. Even if I add here one node called function node, yes, in JavaScript, and here also if I execute, it executed successfully, and simply here I can change the little things whatever I have to change for the particular criteria. So here I can add those things, like here I can delete it, or also here I can change 2 or 3 as per my criteria. So these all things here they have used the for loop, and this is the function of JavaScript. The code is in the form of function of JavaScript. So I can so to get my output. So simply here you can do all the things which is necessary based on your requirement for your task in n8n workflow or for creation of n8n workflow. This is the things you can keep in mind, and that you can work as per your conditions. So this was the data editing and data pinning. So as we will move further, or as you will become more habituated to n8n workflow, you can see how data pinning and editing data and other parts which we have already discussed can would be very helpful and very assist. They will provide you very assistance to you. So this was the case. Uh, so Uh, this was the video for pinning data and editing output. So now these tools might look small, as we discussed that it was looking very easy. Really, if you initiate the things, it will be very easy for you to start and to do a lot of things. But if as more you will deep dive into it more deeper, then you will see that how uh, complex it is also, if I say the truth, and also it is very useful to you and those who are using these two tools very efficiently, in a very accurate way. They can make they can save a lot of time there. They also get more productive output than others, and also even as compared to other alternatives. And in the next video, we will going to discuss the one of the most interesting topic, that is sub workflows. So till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and also make sure you like this video. If you really love the n8n this series, then make sure you subscribe and save the playlist and share it to your friends and family. In the last video, we explored how to make your workflow testing faster and smarter using pinning data and editing output. Today, we are stepping into something even more powerful, that is sub workflows in n8n. Sub workflows let you reuse and modify your automation logic so you can build cleaner or more scalable, that is, yeah, or more peak workflows. By the end of this video, you will know how to create, call, and manage sub workflows effectively in n8n. So let's jump right in. So what exactly is a sub workflow? In n8n, a sub workflow is simply another workflow that you can call from your main one, almost like a function in programming. As we know that function that is used to call a particular object from another one in particular languages like C, C++, Java, Python. So just like that workflow exactly work, uh, just replicate that function in n8n workflows. So it allows you to reuse logic, keep your main workflow clean, and maintain your automation easily. For example, if multiple workflows send Slack messages, instead of repeating those nodes, you can create one Slack message workflow and call it whenever you need. So what happened? This modular approach saves time and keeps everything organized. Now we will look at when to use sub workflows. Sub workflows are perfect when you find yourself doing the same thing again and again across different workflows. For instance, maybe you always send a success notification, format JSON data, or log results to a database. Instead of duplicating those nodes each time, you can create a reusable workflow and just call it whenever you need it. This saves effort, avoids duplication, and makes updates super easy. Change it once and it updates everywhere it's used. So now we will look at how to create a sub workflow in n8n. So first step is create a new workflow with the logic you want to reuse. For example, you can make one that sends an email notification. Step 2, save and activate it. Third, now in your main workflow, add execute workflow. Select the sub workflow you create earlier, and finally, when you run the main workflow, it will automatically execute the sub workflow inside it, just like calling a function. So now you can also pass the data between main workflow and the sub workflow. How? Let's see it. In the execute workflow node, you will find an option called input data. So here you can send JSON or any field from your parent workflow. Inside the sub workflow, you can access it using uh, this uh, this curly bracket, the code that is curly bracket dollar sign JSON, and here the curly braces and these all things are mandatory, as we have already discussed this in the previous videos. And instead of JSON, you can write your own code, uh, whatever you want as an output. So you can write as per your conditions and criteria. So and when the sub workflow finishes, it can return its output back to the parent workflow, making data exchange smooth and dynamic. Now we will see some benefits of using workflows. So sub workflows bring structure and scalability to your automations. They make it easier to manage complex systems because instead of one giant workflow, you can break it into smaller and reusable parts. Also, it maintains maintenance becomes simpler too. So if one part changes, you just update the sub workflow instead of editing every workflow individually. In short, they make your automation ecosystem cleaner, faster, and much easier to maintain. So now we will see a live demo for it. So let's move to the n8n screen. Okay, so here I will simply going to open our first main workflow. Uh, Before that, I will create a sub workflow here. Uh, you can simply just double tap on the name and you can give any name. Here I will give it like it was before, that is sub workflow 1. Now here I will add a manual trigger. So if you didn't give the manual trigger and just move to the next node, it will defaultly take the manual trigger. So here I just give it or I take it. Otherwise, if you don't search and drop down or drag and drop this node, it will automatically by default the n8n use the execute manual trigger for the program. So now here you have to click on plus and simply you just have to write the function node. Here I will select code in JavaScript and here I will type my code. Okay, so now what I will do is right now we will keep it like this. Now we will go back to canvas, click on plus, select workflow, personal, and here save and personal workflow. Here I have already created main workflow. So here I will click. Now I will select again trigger manually, edit fields, that is set node. Here I will type name, first name, that is, let's say Dustin. Again eld field, last name Henderson. Now here I will choose my sub workflow, add option, bit of, and now here I will execute and it runs successfully. Let's see. So here it is showing my output, that exactly what we selected from the sub workflow. Here first name and last name. So this in this video we understand that how our one workflow is connected to the other and how it connect both and generate outputs. In this way you can learn sub workflow just to combine your multiple workflows. So thank you for today, and we will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the n8n Advanced series. In the last video, we learned about sub workflows, that is how to reuse and modularize your automatic automation logic. Today, we will going to explore another crucial advanced feature, that is error workflows. Sometimes even the best workflow can fail due to API errors, network issues, or invalid data. At that time, when error workflows come in, they help they help us handle failures automatically and keep automations running smoothly. So let's understand what error workflows are, how to create one, and how to use it effectively in n8n. So error workflow is a special type of workflow in n8n that automatically runs whenever another workflow fails. It receives information about what went wrong, like which node failed, the error message, and the workflow name. You can use this data to automatically log the issue, notify your team on Slack or email, or even retry specific operations. Then we will see that this feature is extremely useful when you are running multiple automated processes and need reliable error tracking. Now we will see certain steps to create the error workflow. First of all, you have to create a new workflow. Then you have to select the error workflow trigger as your start node. Then you have to add the actions you want. For example, sending an email to the admin or creating an entry in a Google Sheet. Once done, you have to save and activate it. Finally, you have to go to your n8n settings under error workflow and select this workflow as a global error handler. Now, whenever any workflow fails, this one will automatically execute. This is the part that we are going to see in our live demo at the end of the video. So please stay tuned and watch till the end. So then we are going to discuss about what are accessing, how to access error details. Then if the error workflow gives you detailed context about the failure, you can access this information using the $json variable as visible in your inside your error workflow nodes. Some key fields include the name of the workflow that failed, the node that caused the error message, and the execution ID. You can use all these variable to send detailed and meaningful alerts. Here, I will also going to show you the illustration for it. Um then we will see the practical use cases of the error workflows. So here are some great ways to use error workflows in real project. First of all, you can send Slack or email notification immediately when something fails, so your team can act quickly. Or you can log all errors in a Google Sheet for review. There are some advanced setups even trigger correct to sub workflow. For instance, if an API request fails, you can retry it after a few minutes automatically. So this makes all these things makes your automation robust and self-healing. That also mitigate your labor work or manual efforts, as it will create the automation, and it will enhance the skills. So they will this error workflow helps your automation workflow to handle your that is all errors and other handlings. Then we will see some best practices for error workflows. First, when you are building your error workflows, keep a few best practices in mind. That is clear issue. You should clear use and useful details in every alert, like workflow name, error reason, and time span. So the one who is viewing, or someone from the team, if he is viewing, so they can know that at this particular time you get this error, and this was the part, like particular line, that line 7 includes this name of this kind of error, so you have to mention the name also. Then you have to so then you have to keep your error workflow very simple, so you don't want your error handler to fail too. Also, one thing you have to keep in mind that you have to test it using a workflow that intentionally throw an error so you know it's coming. Finally, you have to combine global error workflows with node level error handling like continue and fail or error branches for completely reliability. These are the things we have already seen in a beginner series where you can continue and fail in this type of error. The video that we have discussed in which we have discussed the six major types of error handling techniques, so you can watch it also if you want to get the brush up of those particular techniques. Let's We will see the live demo now. So for that we will move to our screen. So here I'm on the screen. So now what I will do, first of all, I will add a trigger, manual trigger. Now here I will add our function node. Here I will type my code, that is throw new error. Okay, now we'll execute, and this is the thing we will going to see. Yes, here the same thing. Let's see here if we change the statement went wrong daily rightly, that exactly mean the same as previous statement. Yeah, here we can see. So this is our intentional error. This is called intentional error, that we throw a error intentionally, that is based on our desire that our code should give us error. Okay, now we will go back. Now with here, this was the error demo. Now I will create a new for that. You can save it. Here you can click plus and also create a new workflow. Here I have already built one. Now here you have to add our trigger. Now go just keep it as it is. Now here you have to attach the function node again. Now here we will add our JSON code. Now we'll execute it. So here it runs successfully. That is exactly what we wanted. Now what we will do, we will save it. Now we will move to our first code. In here we'll go to settings, and here you have to click on error handler demo as your this variable or parameter. Then you have to simply click on execute node. Here again they are showing our error. Now we have to go to execution, and we can see now here you can see all our errors. Previously I have tried it, so they are showing me the exactly same. Like at this time, as we discussed, that it provides you the time span also and the type of error. So here all this information is. So here simply with the help of these statements or the data, you can simply make sure you can recorrect or modify or rectify your errors. So this is the thing which is very helpful for a workflow, and this is the thing which helpful in mainly in big workflow. When you are creating big workflows, at that time if you are working in a group and that time this kind of errors happen, so you can simply let your other partners help you for particular this time to solve the particular this error at this time span. You can even as much as more you will try in this section, you will more the more number of knowledge and idea you will get, even hands-on experience also, that how to uh, learn and also how to get get into this kind of uh, error handling techniques and also these error workflows. So simply this is the way connect. This is also connecting to error handling. So this was the way you can create and check your errors. And that's wraps up our video on error workflows in n8n. You have just learned how to automatically capture, analyze, and respond to workflow failures, a key skill for building reliable automations. So now, to, for now, we will keep it to this much. In the next video, we are going to see a more curious topic. So till then, you stay safe, stay happy, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the n8n Advanced series. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to the n8n Advanced series. In our last video, we learned how to manage and respond to workflow failures using error workflows, a key part of building reliable automations. Today, we are switching gears and focusing on something more practical, that is handling files in n8n. Whether you are working with images, PDFs, spreadsheets, or document, n8n provides powerful tools to upload, read, and transfer file across different nodes. By the end of this video, you will know how to create workflows that automatically handle files from start to finish. So let's jump in. When we talk about handling files in n8n, we mean any process that involves uploading, reading, modifying, or sending files between nodes. This could be a CSV from Google Drive, a PDF from Gmail, or an image uploaded via webhook or HTTP request. File handling is essential when you want to automate reports, manage documents, or sync files between apps like Dropbox, Drive, and Notion. It's all about automating how files move and transform through your workflows. There are many ways to work with files in n8n. So first of all, you can upload or download files from source like Google Drive, Dropbox, or FTP server. You can also convert files for example, turning a CSV into JSON or encoding a by file to base64 for API uploads. Also, you can even split or merge or parse the file contents using function or spreadsheet file nodes. This is majorly used for the advanced cases, and also you can save processed files locally or push them back to cloud storage. Then let's look at a simple but powerful use case is automating a file upload. So step one, you can start with a webhook node to receive an uploaded file from a form or API. Then you have to convert it from binary to JSON if you want to analyze or rename it. Then you can process it or maybe change its name, filter contents, or add a timestamp. And then you can also upload it to Google Drive, Dropbox, or any preferred platform. You can even send a confirmation message or email automatically once the file is successfully uploaded. Uh, Before we wrap up, here are some best practices for handling files in n8n. Keep an eye on file sizes. Large files can slow down execution. So use compression or cloud links for big files instead of transferring them directly. Then you can always check the binary key name. For example, your file might be under data file or image depending on the node. Then clean up temporary data after processing and use triggers like webhook or cron to automate file-based workflows on schedule. Now we will see a live demo for it. So for that we will move to our screen. Here we will add first of all HTTP request. Here I will add a URL of my photo, that is n8n logo. Now I will execute it. So here we can say that our node executed successfully. So here we have successfully uploaded our file, and here in output we have read our file. So this was the one fundamental of a fundamental aspect of handling files, that you can read the data. In similar way you can send it or even upload it to any drive or any other preferred platforms. So in this way you can create your workflows using handling files. Here again I will add another http request. Here I will paste it. I will execute. Here our S3 Cloud Hub YouTube channel schema, that is the HTML code in, that is the JSON format code, has run successfully. So first type we send it in a PNG form, and here I have sent read it in a JSON format. So in this way, you can handle your multiple files even simultaneously, using several techniques and several nodes in n8n. And that's it for today's videos on handling files in n8n. You have just learned how to upload, process, and manage files using nodes like webhooks, binary to JSON, and drive integrations, and also using HTTP request. In the next video, we will see another concept for the advanced n8n series. So we will meet you there. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you are enjoying the Annette and Advanced series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are diving into something super exciting. We are going to build a complete AI agent workflow using n8n, that is from the scratch itself. So this is the last video of our whole n8n series, and thank you all for stay till to the end. And if you have ever wanted to automate your AI tasks, connect OpenAI or Hugging Face with your data sources, or even make an agent that thinks and acts automatically, so this video is for you. We'll go to step by step through building an AI powered workflow where our agent can receive prompts, process data, and make decisions and send outputs all inside n8n. And the best part, you can customize it for literally anything: customer support, content generation, or even your own data analysis. So now we are going to see at the end of the video, you will not only understand how AI agents work in automation, also you will have your own fully functional AI agent workflow ready to deploy. All right, let's jump right in and start building AI agent workflow. So for that, we will move to the screen. Now here, first of all, we are going to click on the, as we already know, first thing I would like to say that we all know how to create an account on it. So if you don't know how to create account on it, so simply you can watch my video. So here is our screen, and this is the canvas, the blank white screen. As you guys see it, it is visible. So this is the canvas, and we are going to build an AI agent fully from the scratch. So if you don't know how to create an account on it, simply I have made a video on it in the beginner and 10 beginner series. So simply you can watch there, and after after creating account, simply you have to click on create new workflow. Then simply here you have to rename it whatever the name you want to give. Here I will give AI agent full demo. Simply now I will going to start our project, and here I will first of all I will add a node, and it would be on chat message. Then simply keep it as it is. Now I will add AI agent. Simply you have to click on the first thing, that is AI, and here you have to click on AI agent. Again keep it as it is. You guys organize it. as per your wish. Now I have to add here a chat model. So here there are a lot of chat model available. You can use any one of them. I will use OpenAI for it. Simply here, first of all, as I have already created connected the credentials. So if you want to create it, so simply you have to create a new credential. Then you have to go to the OpenAI platform, and simply by clicking on the new browser tab, and you have to log in, and they will demand for maybe $5 for you to start, and they will provide you the API key. So you, in order to, if you not want to give that $5 just for learning, then simply you can use the free 100 credits. So it will pop up in the screen, and you can simply click on it. Then they will provide you the free version that is available. These are the all the free version that is available. So simply I will keep it as it is. Now I will go back and I will open chat here, and I will type a message that is hello, just to check that is my chat model is working or not. So if it replies me, then yes, hello, how can I help you today? So it means it's working. Now what we are going to do is we are going to simply add a memory, so it can store our all the inputs and all. Now I will keep it as it is. Now again, I will going to add a tool, and simply I will choose Wikipedia. Uh, by default, you have to select it so it can store our all the so that the tools are simply used that our AI agent will get the insights for our prompt, or maybe whatever information we are looking for. They will simply go to that particular tools, and they will search for that particular information from those specific tools that we are going to attach here. So if we are looking for any person's information, they will simply go to Wikipedia, and they will provide us the information based on our prompt. Now again, I will add a tool called SERP AI. Uh, Now what you have to do, again you have to select a credential. Uh, Simply new credential. Here what you have to do, you have to go to here, you have to sign up, and simply you have to fill all these details, and they will send you a confirmation link in your Android mobile, sorry, in your mobile phone. So here then you have to, then they will provide you an API key, which you have to write it here, and make sure that you do not share your API key with anyone, otherwise they will misuse it and you have to pay for it. So make sure that like your other document and other maybe pins, you have to make sure that you keep it very safe and secure. Okay, here I added my credentials. Now I will simply save it. Now I will ask my AI that uh, give me a positive news news story from today, and a fun fact mm, about a random animal. Okay, let's see it giving me or not. If it's giving me, then okay, invalid API. Okay, okay, here they are providing me information. It means it's working. Now here, as I have given some prompt here, and they had responded me completely. Now we can see that our SERP API has worked completely along with the all the previous nodes which we have created. Now what we are going to do, we are going to add another tool. Uh, you can manage and organize your workflow as you wish, as I said, based on how you neat and clear want it. Now here again, as I have to view something without login, so for that we are going to use the open weather map. Here I will select my credential. For that I will create a new account here. One, I will create a new account here. Here I will paste it, and now I will save. Okay, saved successfully. Now what I will do, I will simply go again in the open weather, and here I will search for any city, let's say San Francisco. Simply I will copy this and paste it here in the city name. Okay. Yes, okay. Now I will execute the step, and here they are saying invalid API key. Let me solve this first. We will handle it later. Now, for now, we will delete this, and I will simply add on a schedule trigger. So we want that our this trigger or our workflow gives our us the notifications every morning 8 a.m. So here I will select 8 a.m. Now I will execute it. Node executed successfully. Now I will connect it. Okay. Now I will execute the workflow. Now I will open AI I will AI agent, and here uh, source for prompt I will give a define below, and here I will give prompt as per mine. Now here I will add a time span. Now I will execute. So here it's showing error, no problem. It would be give us, but for right now we will keep as it is. This is an intentional error. Now I will create this, and here I will add the session ID defined below. Here key, and I will give the name my test ID. Now I will go back and execute the workflow from main. Okay, here it works successfully. Here the open weather map is giving the error, but no problem. We will discuss about it later. Now I will add the plus and action in an app. Now I will select Gmail, and here I will. There are a lot of actions available. For now, I will select send the message. Now here we have to select credentials again. I will select my email account here. Now after adding Gmail account, I will simply add a subject here. Here I will type daily briefing. And here I will add reliable date. Now I will add option, sorry, message. And from here I will drag and drop the output. Now I will execute. Okay, first of all, I have to uh, add the email address. Then I will select the email address here. Let's see. Now simply the email address and run successfully. So now we simply go to the Gmail and we will see the output. And here we can see our output, but it's daily briefing with the time and the message that we have selected based for San Francisco City. Here you can see, but it's not looking very captivating. So in order to make it, we will going to format our newsletter style email. So let's do that. Now, in order to connect or convert our AI, in order to make it more beautiful, we are going to convert our markdown format to HTML. For that, we are going to disconnect this from here. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to add uh, and we have to click on data transformation. Now here under it we will select markdown. Now simply what I have to do is I have to convert markdown to HTML simply here, and simply I have to drag and drop the output in the markdown. Now what I will do, I will execute, and here it executed successfully. Now I will click back to canvas. I will simply keep it apart. Here I will click on the plus. I will now add an OpenAI. I will go here, AI, and I will here AI, and I will select. OpenAI. Now here I will select message model. Here I will select my model, that is ChatGPT 4.0 mini. Yeah, okay. That's now I will here I will select the role. Okay. Now I will change it to system. Now I will here add the prompt. So here we will use the prompt to send the message, user message to prime the element in order to hit the element so that it gets grip to solve the or to provide the prompts of the user. Now what we are going to do is going to add a prompt. Let's for example, default prompt is your helpful assistant. This is a system prompt that is by default will show. Now I will add um, another uh, tool, sorry, prompt, and here I will type it. Now I will add message. Here prompt, I will add the data and I will execute it. Here it executed successfully. Now I will add my messenger model to Gmail. So let's do it. Yes. Now I will double click on the Gmail. Here would be my message, and I will drag and drop my content here. Now I will execute. Again, what I will do, I will open my Gmail. Now again, as we see, now let's see. Here you can see a very captivating, eye-catching information in a very good manner. Let's I show you the previous one. This was the previous one. It was looking like this, and now the same thing is look like this. They provide you the daily information, fun fact, what happened today, and also the trending positive news as we demanded. They give about they give information us about the San Francisco's temperature, humidity, and all. So here it means our this node works successfully. Now we are going to see the next part, and for that we are going to add our Google Sheet, and we are going to search for it. Simply here, go back to Canvas, simply add Google Sheet. Before that, I will going to execute the workflow one time. Okay. So all things are working in a proper manner. Here you can see our output. Here this was our input that we added by dragging and drop and other methods, and here it was a very good and clear and output. So this means all things had worked properly. Now we are going to, first of all, we will save it. Now we are going to move forward to our next step. Half of the things are done. Now we are going to add Google Sheet, and I will type Google Sheet tool. I will select credential, no credential, simply. Okay, go back. So this was the wrong way. We are not going to do this. Why? Because first thing I would like to tell you that just imagine that if a person is doing the exact two different tasks at the same time, so the chances of error are very high because normal person can never do two tasks at the same time, that is simultaneously with the same effort, and get the expected result. So that's not going to happen. So that is the same thing that happened with the OpenAI model or other ChatGPT, AI model, that it also can't handle two things at the very same time. So for that, we are going to the branch the work in a different manner. So for that, uh, we are going to see a different pathway. For that, we will simply add AI. Again, I will select OpenAI. Again, I will select message model. Then simply again I will select a model. I hope you are getting understanding. And I'm really getting very slow because you get understand and know how to uh, take and use each and every node and other things and other parameters properly. Now what I have to do? Simply I have to add a prompt. Before that, I will do role system. Simply I will add a prompt. Now again I will add a message. Here I will type daily briefing, and here I will add data from the markdown here, and here I will keep role user. Okay. Now we are going to do our next step. So just for that you look at this whole thing. Now go back to canvas, add a tool. Simply type sheet. Make sure here Google Sheet account is there. I have already connected. If you don't have account, you can simply log in with your email ID. Then here I will select the operation append row. Now I have selected my sheet 1 and sheet 1 from here also. Now I execute the step, and here you can see our node had run successfully. And here had added certain information about cricketers. So you can see first is at the second row, here this is my sheet 1. At the second column I added Joe Root from country England, played matches 11, Warner from Australia, and like that I have uh, made the sheet of 8 cricketers. So same thing here you can see at row number 2, Joe Root from England played matches 11. It means our this workflow had also run successfully. Now I will simply click here. Okay, we'll go to. Okay, now it has run successfully. Now here again I can see one message. What see again I got the message. We are going to move forward and now we are going to add another node. So for that we are going to select our another AI model, another tool. Here I will select again Google Shift tool and now we are going to use it. Okay, here I have it got refreshed. Select. Okay, it works, it works, it works. Now here in between schedule trigger and AI agent, I will simply going to add another field, that is AI, open AI again and message model, open AI, message model. Again, you have to choose your model 4.1 mini. Now here I will add my prompt. Now I will select the user to system. Now I will move back to canvas. I will add a tool again, Google Sheet tool. And here also the same thing. I will select my sheet. Now I will going to execute this part only. And now we can see its output. Yes, definitely. We got success in less than a second. So it means it has worked. Yeah, this is our another output. Okay. Now we will move ahead. I will click on AI agent here. Simply here I will type avoid the following topics and I will simply okay. For that I have to execute the previous notes as I had clear check. Now I will add content. Yes. Now I will run only AI agent part. Okay, let's see it's working or not. Yes, yes, yes. All parts are working completely. Yes, definitely. Yeah. See our output. It means it has worked very efficiently and accurately. Now we will move ahead. Now our whole workflow is ready. You can simply see. Let me just organize it. Our whole workflow has created successfully and I try my best to explain it in a very simple way. Okay, again I will execute all the parts before our final testing. Yes. And now what I will do, simply just save it. And now I will activate our workflow trigger. Click on got it. It has activated. Okay. So this was for today. Here we learn our basics, all the basics, and also we see some advanced nodes, some advanced error handling techniques, sub workflows, error workflows, and also now we have built our full AI agent workflow with the help of OpenAI. And here it's go now every day at 8 a.m. It is going to send me a mail about the information of any cities I have to gain. And also if I change my city, then also give me information at every day 8 a.m. about that particular university, that particular city, and the temperature, the fun fact about it, the news stories about it. So this was the demo of our workflow. Let's again, here it is, you can see. Yes, recently I was added the content about the cricketer. So here also you can see the content for it. The previous daily briefs have contained information related to cricket players from various countries. See, this was the thing, as I was never mentioned the cricket word, that these are the cricket players. Nothing. I just give them some 7 to 8 names and the country even in the short form. So also they get the idea that these are the cricket players and they represent their respective countries, and they just give me a content based on this, and also the match statistics also. So this was the overall workflow. I hope you liked the video. So, okay, guys, here we are going to end our series of n8n automation, including both beginner, advanced, and at the end, we build a full demo also. And it was very great way to start as a beginner friendly. And I hope that you will going to learn so many things. And I also try my best to explain. Even I'm also a novice and I'm still learning all the things, and here I also gaining a lot of knowledge about this. So as more information I will get about n8n, I'm going to share it with you. So till then, make sure you like the video, subscribe the channel, share with your friends and family members, and keep supporting us. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Thank you.